What's going on YouTube? So the Detroit Pistons was a franchise that was full of dysfunction. I remember when they lost 28 straight games, which tied the league record, and they also finished that season with a 14-68 record, which was the worst in the NBA. But through all the losing, the frustration, and the noise, Cade Cunningham never wavered. The young guard drafted first overall in 2021 refused to lose faith not in himself, not in his teammates, and certainly not in the city of Detroit. Now, with the Pistons' most recent overtime win against the Wizards behind this insane stat line by Cade Cunningham, they are now on a 7-game winning streak, are 9-2, and first in the Eastern Conference. But here's Cade Cunningham on having faith in the Pistons organization.
I got lucky and fell into a franchise in a city that has the same mentality that I feel like it took for me to take the next step. So it's been a hell of a ride, man. It's been a lot of ups and downs. It's still early though, so I'm not above myself because we're 8-2. I think this is something that we all wanted, but we want something bigger than this.
So it's not hard to see why his words resonate in Detroit. Cade Cunningham represents the very spirit the city prides itself on: resilience, persistence, and belief through adversity. His journey with the Pistons mirrors Detroit's own revival: slow, steady, and built from the ground up. When things hit rock bottom 2 seasons ago, Cunningham stayed the course, setting the tone with his work ethic and leadership, even as the losses piled up. That perspective is exactly why the Pistons have climbed out of the cellar. When Detroit hired JP Bickerstaff last offseason, the move wasn't met with fireworks, but it was quietly transformative. Bickerstaff instilled accountability and defensive toughness, the kind of culture Detroit hadn't had since the Bad Boys. Under his leadership, the Pistons improved by 30 wins, finishing 44-38 last season before bowing out to the Knicks in the first round of the playoffs. But now, they look like a team reborn. Cade Cunningham is playing at an MVP caliber level, averaging 25, 9, and 4 on 46% shooting. His composure and control has elevated everyone around him on his team. Jalen Duren has blossomed into one of the league's most dominant young big men, averaging a double-double while anchoring the paint on defense. Veteran additions like Tobias Harris and Duncan Robinson have provided shooting and stability, while Asar Thompson's defense and Rod Holland's energy have turned Detroit into a nightmare matchup for opponents. Now, even with their early success, Cade Cunningham remains grounded. He knows the Pistons' resurgence isn't complete. It's just the beginning. That's a statement that feels symbolic for a franchise that spent years searching for an identity. Now, Detroit has had stars before. You have Grant Hill, Chauncey Billups, and even Blake Griffin. But none have quite embodied the city's grit the way Cade Cunningham does. He's not flashy, he's not loud, but he's unshakably confident. He's Detroit through and through. Less than 2 years ago, the Pistons were hopeless. But today, they're the most surprising team in basketball. And it's not because of a blockbuster trade or a lucky break. It's because their leader refused to stop believing. But that's all I have for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the comments. And I'll see you in the next upload.